Hello everyone, this is Nicole from Altenew. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use our Craft a Flower Peruvian Lily layering die set and layer different cutout images together to create a final bloom. These are the die pieces that you can get in the set, and you're going to layer on top of each other to create a finished flower bloom and the leaf. So let's start with the flower. I cut out the solid image layer with the darkest color of the family. So I'm using Red Cosmos gradient cardstock set here. And I'm going to use our Precision 2-in-1 way glue to get into the tiny areas of the second layer that I have cut out to layer on top of the solid layer. The whole point of adding the solid layer in the dark color is to have those shine through the designed spots to mimic the flower designs in the realistic look. So we're going to go ahead and press this strongly. Once you press it firmly when the glue is wet, it's going to stay permanently. Next one, I am using the second darkest color of the family, or the second lightest color of the color family. So the full layer was the darkest, the second layer was the lightest color, and then this is a third layer in the second lightest color of the Red Cosmos gradient cardstock set. And I'm going to use a glue and point it to make sure it matches the bottom, center, and then the top two portion of the leaf on the edges. So that should layer up nicely with on top of each other. The third one is two partial ones I'm going to use in a very light yellow color. This is actually from the Summer Afternoon gradient cardstock set. There is one that goes over the cutout dots, or what do you call it, little holes over there. So that's going to go over that portion. So you just need to match up the holes to show the darkest color. And then the other one is just a tiny yellow piece that I have cut out that goes on the left side of the bloom. And I'm going to match the holes again. This is to show the pattern of the realistic flower that you can see in real life. Hold it down there until it sticks and we should be good there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add the fourth layer of the bloom. I use the same color of the third layer, which is the second lightest of the Red Cosmos. Adding a glue on each tip that has a lot of detailed lines, so make sure you are not shy in adding any adhesives for this. You can also use any of our double-sided adhesive sheets, so those work really well when you're working with this detail die. So this is just to add dimension, so I use some same colors to add some depth to it. And then we're gonna now move on to the center portion of the flower. So I cut this out in, I think this is caramel toffee, if I remember correctly, from the Summer Afternoon gradient cardstock set. And I'm going to place it towards the left portion of the flower, but in between those yellow parts of the flower. That's going to go right on top of the last layer that I have added. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next detail layer. This flower has 8 total layers, so there's a lot to stack on top of each other, but this is really good for adding really fine detail. So this one, I cut it out in third color of the Red Cosmos. This would be ruby red. And I am adding that right on top of the last layer that we added for the center portion of the flower. And you can see how it highlights that portion of the center flower really beautifully by adding just that red color. Now I have this fold over petal that is gonna go right on top of the bottom portion of the flower center. So make sure you cover the end of the left yellow line, and then the red part and then another portion of the yellow highlight that we added. So just place them right below it and it'll mimic the area where the flower petal folded over so that you can see the other side. I got some glue on my die cut piece, so I just erased it off after it was dried with the stem conditioning eraser, so it came out pretty quickly. Now I'm going to use leaf. Leaf 1 is really simple. It's just 3 layers. So I cut the first layer, which is solid in the lightest color. I am using Green Meadow gradient cardstock set for this. And then the second color using the second layer die, just adding right on top of each other. And I matched the right side of the leaf for the detail layer. And then the third darkest color, the third layer with the darkest color, going right on top of that. I'm going to use my glue and add it over. This also goes right on top of the second layer that we just layered together. So match two end of the tip of the leaf and you should be good to go. So that's how you use the Peruvian Lily Craft a Flower layering die set. I hope this was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.